Happy morning, students. Welcome to your geography class. Today, I'll be showing you two videos. One is regarding globes and maps. The other one is India, location and physical features. But yes, you have to be very attentive throughout. Some questions will be asked in between and you have to answer them. So keep your notebooks, pen, pencil ready to answer those questions. There will be a little pause in between so you can answer that time.
Globes and maps. Daisy and Paul are sitting with their parents in a planetarium. They are watching a show about planet Earth and space. The show starts with the description about space. The sky, stars, moon, and other planets all are in space. From space, the Earth looks blue-green. To represent the Earth, we use a spherical device called a globe. A globe is a three-dimensional representation of the Earth rotating on its axis. On the globe, there is a horizontal line which divides the Earth into two equal halves. This line is called the equator. The part of the Earth towards the north of the equator is called the northern hemisphere. And the remaining half of the Earth, which is towards the south, is called the southern hemisphere. Earth rotates on an axis, which is an imaginary line that runs through the two endpoints of the Earth's north pole and south pole. The lines on the globe, which run parallel to the equator, are called parallels of latitude. Some of the important parallels of latitude are Tropic of Cancer, which is 23.5 degrees north, Tropic of Capricorn, which is 23.5 degrees south, Arctic Circle is 66.5 degrees north, and the Antarctic Circle is 66.5 degrees south. There is another set of lines running from the North Pole towards the South Pole called as meridians of longitudes. We can use the globe to understand the main features of the Earth. But we cannot carry a globe everywhere. Also, it is very difficult to get the details of small places on the globe. Hence, a map is used to show the details of small parts of the Earth's surface. A map is a flat drawing which represents a place, a part, or whole of the Earth's surface. There are certain advantages of maps over globes, such as the map is a two-dimensional piece of paper, hence can be folded and carried easily. Also, we can see each and every detail of a place with the help of its map, whereas a globe can only show limited details. Remember that a book which contains maps is called an atlas, and the science of map making is termed as cartography.
India, location and physical features. The Indian subcontinent. India is situated in the southern part of the continent of Asia. It forms the Indian subcontinent along with its neighboring countries like Afghanistan, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Maldives and Bangladesh. India forms a strong geographical and political zone with these neighboring countries and is collectively referred to as the Indian subcontinent or South Asia. India on the globe. India lies in the northern hemisphere and in the eastern part of the globe. India has 9 neighboring countries. India shares its borders with China, Nepal, and Bhutan in the north, Afghanistan and Pakistan in the west, Bangladesh and Myanmar in the east. It shares its maritime boundary with Sri Lanka and Maldives in the south. Physical features of India. India has diverse physical features throughout its vast geographical expanse. To its north are the majestic Himalayas, while its southern part extends into the Indian Ocean as a peninsula. The Indian peninsula is flanked by the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal in the east. Extent of India. India stretches 3,214 kilometers from north to south and 2,933 kilometers from east to west. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal and Lakshadweep Islands in the Arabian Sea are also part of the Indian territory. The southernmost point of India is called Indira Point, and it is located in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The 6 major geographical regions of India. The Northern Mountainous Region or the Great Himalayan Range. The Northern Plains or the Indo-Gangetic Plain. The Desert Region or the Great Indian Desert. The Peninsular Plateau or the Indian Plateau. The Coastal Lowlands or the Coastal Plains. The Islands or the Indian Islands. Let us take a tour of all these regions. The Himalayan region. It is a region of lofty snow-capped mountains with deep valleys. Many freshwater rivers originate here. The name Himalayas is derived from the Sanskrit word him and alaya. Him, that is snow, plus ale, that is abode or home, meaning abode of snow. The total length of the Himalayan range is roughly 2,400 kilometers. In India, it stretches from Jammu and Kashmir in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east. The Himalayan mountain range is a group of 3 parallel ranges running from the northwest to the northeast of India. The northernmost ranges are the Great Himalayas or Himadri. The next ones are Himachal or the Middle Himalayas, and the southernmost are the Shivaliks. Indo-Gangetic Plains. The North Indian Plains lie between the northern mountainous region and the Indian Plateau region. Himalayan rivers like the Ganges, Yamuna and the Brahmaputra deposit rich silt in the plains, thus making this region very fertile. Naturally, a lot of crops are cultivated in this region. The Indo-Gangetic Plains are flat and even and extend to about 2,400 kilometers with a width of about 260 to 350 kilometers. Thar, the Great Indian Desert. Thar, the Great Indian Desert, extends across the western boundary. This desert is situated in Rajasthan and covers 2/3 of its total area. Being a desert region, it is very hot, dry and sandy, with very little cultivation of crops. The temperature ranges from less than 0 degrees centigrade in the winter up to 50 degrees centigrade during summers. The Thar is the world's 7th largest desert. The Peninsular Plateau. The Indian Peninsular Plateau covers most of the lower half of the country and lies in the south of the Indo-Gangetic Plains. The part that lies north of the Narmada River is called the Central Plateau. To the south of the Narmada River lies the Deccan Plateau. It is triangular in shape, sloping down from the west to the east. The Aravalis, the Vindhyas and the Satpuras are the important mountain ranges in the northern part of the Peninsular Plateau. Rivers Narmada and Tapi flow in these regions and are west-flowing rivers. These drain into the Arabian Sea. The coastal plains. The western coastal plains lie between the Western Ghats, also called the Sahyadris, and the Arabian Sea, while the eastern coastal plains lie between the Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. The northern part of eastern coastal plain is called Northern Sircars, and the southern part is called Coromandel Coast. The northern part of the western coastal plains is known as Konkan Coast, while its southern part is called the Malabar Coast. The islands of India. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are estimated to be more than 570 islands, of which 38 are inhabited. These islands are called the Emerald Islands. The Lakshadweep Islands is a group of 36 islands, of which only 10 islands are inhabited. The name Lakshadweep in Sanskrit stands for 100,000 islands. Lakshadweep is rich in its flora and fauna life, and its beaches are truly beautiful.
So yes, students, did you enjoy the video? Now I hope you have understood India, its location and physical features much better. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.